everybody. Here today to do the energy read for the week. Happy New Year's. This is a general read. If you want a personalized reading, go to the link in my bio. I have 1, 2, 3 question options. I can email you your video reading within 2 weeks. Usually I like to get it out within 3 to 5 days. But if you want your own personalized reading, don't hesitate to reach out. So today I'm going to do a reading for the collective. So take what you need and leave the rest. And I always try to ask specific questions. So the questions I got today were, what are some lessons that we need to learn from the past? You know, we're on the cusp of 1920. What are some lessons that we need to learn from the past? I've already shuffled the deck, infused the deck with the questions, and laid them out so I don't have to waste any time on that. Okay, boy, there's the cards that when I'm guided to cards, they either feel hot or they either get real bright, and that lets me know that I've got to pull them. So there's a lot of lessons going on here. This is that's the one. Okay. All right. So as far as issues that we need to release, that we need to learn from the past, judgment. Somebody is being judgmental as a motherfucker. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Judgment does not serve you. It does not serve your higher self. It does not serve your soul. And it does not really serve anybody. It just serves the ego. And in the end, the ego isn't really where the winning is. You know, I subscribe to the belief that living here, it's Earth school. We have lessons to learn, things to understand, ways to ascend. Judgment is completely blocked. Is the opposite of understanding, which is what opens up the crown chakra. The crown chakra is the energy point that we receive all of our higher self insights, our connections to our spirituality, our purpose, our spirit guides, our divine intuition. Judgment blocks that. So that's a lesson and we all, I'm not trying to be like, up in anybody's face, but judgment, we all at times judge, and we don't necessarily realize that we're doing it. So that's, I think, what the lesson is. Number 2 is guilt. There's a lot of guilt that needs to be released, and this guilt has been tearing people up. You see the swirling. It says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. If that's not a clear message around a lesson that you need to learn from the past, I don't know what is. This has been swirling you around for long enough. It's not assisting your soul's growth. And again, back to what Spirit was showing me with this card, that we all have a soul purpose. So you've got to let go of the guilt. We all make mistakes. We all sometimes look at ourselves through this new lens of self-awareness, and it can be cringeworthy. I know what it feels like. But let go of that guilt. Now that you know better, do better. That's one of my favorite Maya Angelou quotes. The third lesson around 2019 was surrender. Okay? I can release my need to control. And that's a big one. Being able to see things as they are, not how we want them to be. Not feeling like you can change anybody else's path or mind if they're resisting. Release that need to control. So release the judgment, release the guilt, surrender that need to control. Lessons from 2019. I'm going to stick with the same soul deck because I'm feeling a good vibe with this. So let's go to question number 2. What would help us moving into the future to think about? How could give us some guidance, Spirit? All right. Boy, I'm pulling from underneath today. Okay. Okay. That one needs to... Okay. What I'm getting is is that I need to pull 4 for whatever reason. Okay. Alright, so when I pull cards, sometimes they don't always make sense individually, but once I put them in a group, I start to see images, Spirit starts to show me things, I start to get insights. So the question was, what do we need to know about the future, going into the future, paired with what we already learned from the past? The first card I pulled was honesty. I can't always expect truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Whoops. And the other interesting thing is the first card I pulled was also purple. So this connects to the crown chakra, your higher self, the greatest version of you, who you're meant to be, all that good stuff. You can't expect honesty and truth from others, but you can always expect it from yourself. And at the end of the day, if you can rest your head with a, without a guilty conscience, that's well worth it. The other next card I pulled was empathy, and it says, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So there's a lot of people out there that are, we all have sort of a stubborn streak, and we try to, think that we're seeing other people's perspectives, but we're not always doing it. There's 2 sides to every situation. Any argument, there's always two parties. And there's a difference between, having empathy and being an empath. What I'm sensing with this card is that it's more about empathy. Everyone's capable of empathy, but being able to see both sides of a situation. This has been holding you back for some time. You've been stuck to one perspective, and it's not allowed you to grow. So that is something, for your healing that you need to look at. The next card I pulled was humor, and the beautiful color is emerald green, which is the heart chakra, which is our seat of the soul, the center of love. And it says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So the other cards I pulled were heavy. I pulled the cards of judgment, surrender, and guilt. And now Spirit wants you to focus on humor. Find the lighter side of life. Look at what does make you smile. Look where the light is. Don't focus on what you hate, focus on what you love. We believe everything we tell ourselves. So pay attention to the humor. That's important. The other thing is, the 4th card I pulled for this was friendship. And it says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay, so what I'm getting for this in particularly is, this is a long-term friendship. And I sense that this person has come and gone from somebody's life. They've sort of stepped in and stepped out. And there's been some questioning around, why is this person coming back right now? This person is coming back for a reason. I sense that this is a connection to someone from 10, maybe 25 years ago that's going to come back, and they're coming back for a reason. So don't just shut it off. So I hope you found this week's energy read helpful. If you want your own personalized reading, go to the link in my bio, click on Tarot Oracle card reading. You can send me your questions. I'll record a video. I'll email it to you. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for all your support, and Happy New Year. Cheers to 2020, everybody.